Hi, Business Heroines. Welcome to another episode of Ask a Heroine. I am Lydia Lee from Screw the Cubicle, and I'm here to answer your questions about anything to do with the freedom-based lifestyle and living and working on your own terms. So this week's question is about someone that's about to launch an online course. So she asks, I'm about to launch my first course and want to offer a private Facebook group for students to interact with each other and ask me questions. The problem is that I'm afraid the group will take up too much of my time, maybe not at all at first, but as I launch more courses and more Facebook groups. So do you have any suggestions on how to be there for my students yet not get overwhelmed by it? Excellent question, by the way. I myself also run Facebook groups as part of my offerings of my group programs, as well as I'm also launching another course coming up in March 2016. So I totally get your pain and angst around, am I going to be spending 24 hours a day managing these groups? So the first thing that I would recommend you doing is, first of all, think about what your audience or your buyers of all your particular offers need from you. How much time are they buying from you? Are you supposed to be there on a daily basis? Is that what you've priced it as? Or is it kind of just more of a community that you may come in and out of it, and maybe actually the community helps themselves out together in collaboration? So kind of figure out what you've kind of sold them first, and what's the promise about your involvement in the intimacy process of you being involved? Is it daily or weekly or bi-weekly? Just depends on that. The second thing I would do is, once you figure that out, is really think about the times of your schedule, right, for the week. So one of the tips that I use is time blocking. So if you look at my calendar, I've got different colored blocks of time through my week from Monday to Friday, depending on my theme of days. So for example, as I run my own Facebook group, I promised them that I would be there once a day. So that doesn't mean all day. It means that I'm there from 7 to 8 a.m. my time zone. I'm in Bali. And that's the only time that I really put that hour of my day into servicing that group, answering questions, posting questions, maybe a couple motivational posts. That's it. And that's all I do. And that's my commitment to that group. For you, it might be Fridays from 2 to 5 p.m. For you, or maybe less, right? Depending on that. But if you block your time according to what is sufficient for you, then you're not having to worry about, am I, abandoning the group? Do they need me? You know that you have a block of time that you dedicate to the groups that is sufficient for you. Okay, so time blocking, color theming it by themes on your calendar, that this is Facebook day or this is community building day. That kind of gives you that attention that Fridays are set for that, for example, and you don't have to worry about it till the end of the week. Right? Another way to kind of build some intimacy without being there all the time, and also being able to show up for your customers, because that's what they're buying, is they're buying you, right? They're not just buying the program, they're buying this kind of way to be with you in some way, whether it's through Facebook groups or maybe webinars. So that's kind of another alternative that you can have to build more intimacy, is maybe running bi-weekly video calls where everybody in the group can join. If they don't, they'll get a recording. And this is where they can get a bit more live you, which is what sometimes perks up the deal and makes them more eager to buy, because they get to see you and they get to talk to you when they need to. And you don't have to run that every single week if that's going to be too big of a burden for you. But bi-weekly calls that are pre-scheduled. It's on a Wednesday. The recording will be sent out on that day as well. That then sets the tone for that. This is when people will save up some of their most burning questions to pick your brain about during that call. And that can be just an hour call, and it doesn't have to be structured even. It could just be literally a Q&A, a way for you to just help out somebody live on the call, and everyone else is probably going to find some benefit from listening to it. Okay, so I hope you found that really helpful, and I think it's really important for you to really understand, how to manage your time when you run these Facebook groups, because Facebook can totally just suck you in, and you get nothing done for the day. So time blocking has really helped me with that. Theme days, as I said, certain days of the week that I dedicate to just Facebook, and then of course the last tip that I mentioned, potentially running a more intimate group call on a bi-weekly basis or even a monthly basis to gain more intimacy with your audience. Okay, hope you enjoyed that, and please keep submitting your questions to me, and I would love to answer them for you on the next video. See you later.